Chris here with your Monday Market Report, coming at you on a Tuesday. On this episode, let's talk about it. Alright, so on this episode of Let's Talk About It, we are looking at Utah State as a whole versus Weber County. I like doing this combination just because they're total opposites right now. It's different than Davis County, Utah County, everything else. Plus, I like to primarily focus up here in the northern area. And so I really like to compare Weber County, which I think is definitely more buyer friendly right now compared to a lot of the other counties. So with that being said, coming at you again on a Tuesday, looking at the numbers and what they're telling us as far as Utah State versus Weber County, as of July 1st, 2025, as a state, average days on market, we're looking at about 55, with the average list price of just over $675,000, and an average sales price of $666,000. Sell to list ratio is still sitting in the high 90s, 98.6, and then compared to Weber County, where we see just such a huge difference, our days on market are still about the same. They're 53 days on market is what we're looking at. Your average list price is $486,000, and then we're looking at an average sold price of $480,000 and a half, some change. Sell to list ratio again is 98.6. The sell to list ratio is just to remind you, is just the number of houses that come on the market and actually end up selling. They're not withdrawn, they're not canceled, there's not other things that pull them off. So the sell ratio remains high, which is good for Utah as a state and Weber County. So what do the numbers tell us? Well, the statewide and Weber County markets are closely aligned. Homes are selling within 2 months and for nearly 99% of asking price. There is still room to negotiate. Houses are still selling less than asking rather than over, which is always a good thing. But Weber County offers more affordability with faster turnaround. Utah as a whole shows consistency, but price varies widely from county. So if you're a seller in this market, price right, you'll sell fast, and you'll be getting close to asking. Buyers, conditions are stabilizing. Is it a smart time to make a move? I mean, again, that depends on you, but my personal opinion is yes, it is a great time to make a move. I am optimistic, again, no crystal ball, but with now pressure coming from within Jerome Powell's own organization to lower interest rates, I think it's a matter of time before he cracks and we do see lower interest rates. What does this tell us as far as what we're currently seeing? Well, clear correction prices. We've seen a significant drop from April to early June, nearly $70,000 lower than list price. I mean, from that time frame, from early April to now we're July 1st, a $70,000 price correction is what I would call it. It is a correction. I think was very much needed. I think it does. There's a lot of people sitting on the sideline right now. I think now is the time to maybe start reconsidering, especially because if those interest rates do drop, you're going to be up against more competition and maybe less concessions and maybe even price increases. So again, depending on your situation, I do believe now is a good time to buy. Signs of the stabilization, why I'm saying I think we've stabilized, and maybe, you know, it could still always go down, might go back up, but the signs I'm seeing as far as stabilization goes is you know, prices have ticked up slightly, prices have ticked up slightly since the beginning of June already. Days on market are still tight at 53 days on market, which suggests that demand is holding. Sell to list ratio remains high at 98.6%, which supports the idea that buyers they're accepting current pricing. So my opinion on it all is that what we've seen is Weber County likely experienced a soft reset, is what we'll call it, after peaking earlier this spring. The recent uptick in pricing combined with steady sale pace suggests that the market may have found its footing here in Weber County. Buyers are adjusted. They've adjusted their expectations to new interest rates and realities. Sellers corrected prices to match buyers' budgets, and the result is a more balanced and healthier market, if you will. So if you're looking to buy or sell, you're thinking about it, you're on the fence about it, or you just want to talk about it, give me a call. You're thinking about selling, let's set up an appointment. I'll come out, I'll give you a free market analysis, kind of give you an idea, go put together a plan on how aggressive you want to be and how quick you are looking to sell the house. Buyers, I work with some fantastic people with some great lending tools, as well as Ogden just re-upped they're pushing really hard the Own in Ogden program. There's all kinds of incentives to move to Weber County, Ogden specifically. So there is help, there is some relief now. I think making a move before if interest rates drop, I think making a move before that were to happen would be a great benefit, as if they do, there's going to be a lot more competition out there. I think we kind of are in a little bit of a Goldilocks stage right now. So let's talk. Think about buying or selling. Think about this guy. Catch you next week.